Hello, fabpreneurs. That's right. I'm talking to all the fabulous female entrepreneurs out there. So today I have a topic that I think you're going to absolutely love. Have you ever said to yourself, I could probably do better with my business if I felt better about sharing or selling? And I know that some of us, even the word sales or selling, maybe we may cringe or maybe we have different emotions. But what if you can actually turn a simple conversation into a conversion? Well, today I have a very, very special guest, and her name is Nancy Mathews. And I know many of you know her. So let me bring her up so I can formally introduce her. Hello, Nancy.
Hello, Evie. So happy to be here with you today.
I am so glad to have you. And I just started introducing you, and I want to go ahead and tell everyone that's watching, whether you're watching on live or the replay, make sure you put your name there and feel free to ask us some questions and engage because we want to hear from you. So today I asked my very good friend Nancy Mathews because she is a leader, and she is a leader not just in business, not just in sales, not just in marketing. She is a leader who will teach us how to be friends with the sales process. Because if you think about it, the whole title of how to actually turn a conversation into a conversion, doesn't that by itself make it sound so simple? And that's what we're going to dive in. So thank you so much, Nancy Mathews, for being with us here today. I so appreciate it.
You are most welcome. It's my pleasure and my purpose. And I say that often because when I can add value to make a difference in someone's life, especially in this topic today with turning a conversation into a conversion, when I'm able to do that, I'm fulfilling my purpose, which is all about sharing whatever I've learned and used to be successful, to help more people, to build a community of Women's Prosperity Network, all the things I get to do. When I get to help someone else feel confident and comfortable and clear, having a conversation that naturally leads to a conversion, where together we're making the world a better place. Because I know if you're tuning into this show that Evie's putting on, you're here to make a difference through your products and your services. And it's all good. That's what we're here for, to create more good.
And I love that you started with that about our purpose and about sharing. And
Mhm.
let's get into that because I think that, first of all, many of us have this fear of selling. And the
Mhm.
reason why is because we don't want to be salesy, we don't want to be rejected, or, we take it personal. But there's so much fear around it. And I love that you started sharing with the purpose. And so let's start there. The mindset of our heart center female entrepreneurs, when we know that we have something that is worth sharing, what is that mindset shift that is needs to happen? Or how would you get us started into this topic? Because really, I have tons of questions, but I don't want to give it all
Okay.
away. Because, first of all, I want everybody to know Nancy is one of our speakers for MoneyFest Live. And I selected her because I bought her program because I love the way that Nancy naturally, I love that she said the word naturally because that's what she teaches, naturally is able to turn a simple conversation, you want to call it a friendly conversation, into a conversation. So go ahead, Nancy. I'll shut my mouth all off so you can share
No,
your
we want to keep
pearls with
it good.
us.
It's perfect. It's perfect. So there was a lot in there that you just shared, and so first of all, we need to do some unlearning, right? So having a fear around sales, not wanting to be salesy, not wanting to be pushy, I don't want to bother anybody, like that's all programming, stories that we've made up, beliefs that we live right now based upon old paradigms and having been sold to in a sucky, sleazy way in the past. And I'm like, oh, so I don't want to do that. No. So then you end up not letting people know how you can help them get the results they're seeking. So the first thing we need to do is start unlearning what we think sales is. And to get to a stage of unlearning, we want to begin with my core philosophy, which is the one philosophy. Our job, no matter what it is in life, is to see how we can be the one for someone else. So I can be the one to sell you a program like I did, and it made a difference in how you see sales, and as a result, the sales you get. I can be the one by just reaching out to you and letting you know, hey, Evie, I was thinking about you today and just wanted to let you know that you are loved and you're cared for. I can be the one who invites you to come to one of my events that makes a difference in your life. I can be the one that suggests a great restaurant for you to go to. So what happens that I've seen is, first we have this old way of thinking about what sales is. And really, sales is nothing more than letting someone know how you can help them get what they want.
That's worth repeating. And I'm writing
Yeah.
some tidbits here. Sales, say it again, please.
Sales is nothing more than letting someone know how you can help them get what they want.
I love that.
So in conversation, what trips most people up when they're having a follow-up conversation or a sales conversation, they think their job is to sell the person so they make a sale and get money in their bank account. That, my friends, making a sale and getting money in your bank account is a byproduct of helping someone else get what they want. So when you start a follow-up call with the energy of, oh man, I need to get money in my bank account, I need to make this sale, when you have that energy, you're reducing the chance of having a meaningful conversation that leads to a conversion, because people can feel, they can smell you a mile away, even if you're on Zoom. If you're calling with that. Yeah, I call it the difference between having conversations from the energy of inspiration or desperation. Right? When I call you, or you call me, or you schedule a discovery call or a consultation with me, my number one job is to find out who you are, where you're at, and what you want. And where's the gap that I may be able to help you get from where you are to what you want. And maybe I'm the one who guides you to the one who you really need. Like, we got to let that happen in the process too. So our job is to show up, to be of service, to be the one for that person after we find out who they are, where they are, and what they want.
Wow, how simple you make it sound, Nancy. And I know that you're speaking from your heart. That's why I call your type of sharing, selling from the heart, and I call it heart
Mhm.
goods. And, for those that are watching and tuning in, I know you have questions, so please feel free to ask them there in the chat. And how different that conversation is when you're thinking about helping someone get what they want,
Mhm.
coming from the heart, setting that intention. You mentioned the word energy, having the right energy. So
Mhm.
many things that we might have heard, but why is it that sometimes when the moment presents itself, we are not ready and able to deliver it in
Mhm.
that way, like that ease, like when you speak, I love when you speak because I could feel that energy of just, being in the flow.
Mhm.
And so when it comes to being in that conversation, how do we achieve that on that moment? Because it's far beyond doing the training, and your training, by the way, is fabulous. So how do we do that?
So practice precedes your perfection in this process, right? So I often when you come to MoneyFest Live, I'm going to dive deep into this so that you can have these easy, natural, fun conversations with people. So people, well, especially, people who are familiar with the law of attraction and positive thinking, they will often say, I ask, are you open to receiving? Oh, yes, I'm open to receiving. Well, that's great, but are you prepared to receive? And there's a difference, right? So
Right.
being prepared to receive means that if you and I are in a conversation and through those um, responses you share, and one of the things I'm going to teach everybody at MoneyFest Live is how to ask questions that are likely to lead to someone self-identifying a need for your products or services, right? And let me pause. Most of the time you're dealing with rejection is because you are going in for the sale way before you have a right to ask. There's got to be a foundation of trust, of rapport, of them saying that they want to change and they want to invest in themselves and they're ready. Like there's a whole process in a sales conversation before you actually make an offer to work together. So people go in so fast. Hi, how are you? Hey, do you want to buy my thing? No. Well, you don't know me. So practicing asking questions and then being prepared when somebody does self-identify means, let's say, Evie, you and I are having a conversation and you would like some coaching from me on clarifying your vision, getting your messaging down, putting together your marketing plan so that you could, fulfill your vision and your potential. I would ask you a whole lot of questions to find out what's happening, how are you feeling, what have you tried in the past, what have you not tried? And then I would ask you this question, what would you most like to get from our time together today? Well, if I only knew how to do blah, 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 right? So I'm going to work with you during that initial conversation to identify the problem areas and then say, well, based upon, here's the key. Based upon what you shared with me, that you're feeling and experiencing this, and you'd really love to be able to consistently get yourself on social media, have lots of people contacting you to see how you can help them, and have those clear, confident offers. Based upon what you shared with me, I think either my core coaching program or my elite coaching program would be best for you. I really think the elite is going to serve you best. So let me tell you about that first. So I had to practice and be prepared before that conversation to know exactly all of the different modalities, systems, tools, programs I have in my wheelhouse to serve you. And then I just say, here's how I can serve you. Would you like to get started? Right? People do it backwards. They do these conversations and they're not clear on how they can help somebody get the result. And then say, oh, okay, well, I'll get back to you. You just lost the sale. So you got to be clear on how it is you're going to help people get the results that they're seeking. So, and that takes some pre-work, learning how to ask questions to get somebody to self-identify. That's pre-work. So many people are like, I need money, I need leads. Okay. Like that's the challenge. So if you're listening or watching and you want more money in your bank account or you want more leads, say, I want more leads, I want more money in my bank account. Okay, great. Well, let's get you set up for success so that every conversation with people who need you turns into a conversion. And just by the way, never sell something to someone that you don't really think they need. Please don't do that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And one of the things that I know that requires is lifting something up that sometimes can be feel like for me that I don't use, and it feels so heavy. Hold on, because it's so heavy. Hold on, I got to pull it off my desk. Hold on. Oh, 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 wait a minute. Oh, wait, it's my phone. Why
Yeah.
is it that our phone seems so heavy? And
Mm.
I know that you gave me a challenge to
Yeah.
make phone calls with people.
Yeah.
And, why is it that it's so heavy? Why do we create these stories
Because
in our head about how heavy this thing is?
because you're when you're making calls, you think it's to sell people. That's not your job. Your job is to let them know what's available so they can buy from you. Get that?
No.
That's a big distinction.
But wait, what if they say no? No. What's
Okay.
going to happen?
Oh no, what's going to happen? I love this that I learned from Jack Canfield many, many years ago. So this fear of rejection, people will say no. And there's a lot to it. I'm not minimizing how paralyzing this can be. And that's why I said there's some unlearning we want to do in this process as well to clear out those limiting beliefs. But what happens is, think about this. So let's say you're going to call someone and you're really hoping that they buy from you, right? So you make the call and you're excited and you care about the person. Now, in that moment, have you made a sale? Before you pick up the phone, have you actually made a sale? No. All right. So then you make the phone call and they say no, and you hang up the phone. Have you made a sale?
No.
Did anything really change other than the story you make up about it? And that's where we've got to guard ourselves against the stories we make up. Because if you are clear on how you can be of service and you ask questions to see if they actually need what you have and it would benefit them, when you do that, your only responsibility is to let people know what's available. It's not up to you whether they buy from you if you're practiced and prepared.
I love that. It's not up to me if I'm practiced and prepared. That's why Nancy's going to be speaking at MoneyFest Live to help us be practiced and prepared.
Mhm.
And we're going to do a lot of practicing because our 2-day conference, it's all about getting into the nitty gritty of it, practicing to equip you with these methods that are really natural methods. I love the idea of thinking that everybody gets a no. Here's what I mean by that. Sometimes we think, oh my goodness, it's just me. I am the only one who gets no and I am rejected. But in truth, everybody, even, Nancy Mathews, you get no's.
I
Even
do.
whoever we think it's the top person in sales, they get no, correct?
Correct. And case in point, I had a conversation with someone this morning. And when I asked her some questions and I said, what do you need? I said, okay, for me to do those things with you, it'll be $2,500. And she said, okay, I don't have that cash right now available. Okay. Here's some other ways you might try to get it done. If you want to go ahead and bring me on, just reach out to me and we'll get started. Like, I'm not attached. Here's the key. Here's the key. As service providers, right, we must be committed to let people know what's available and possible for them without being attached to whether or not they buy from us.
I love that.
It's not always easy, especially if you're looking at your bank account, right? Which is where working with you to heal those money traumas and do your money scripting, like all of this goes together. I mean, you have really created an amazing experience for everyone at MoneyFest. And I'm going to tell you right now, get your ticket to MoneyFest. If you have said these words in the last 30 days, I need more money, I need more clients, I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills, or why, here's the other thing. Why do I keep hitting the same ceiling? I set these bigger goals, but I never get over that hump. You need to be at MoneyFest.
That's right. Thank
That's all there is to it. Don't keep telling, don't keep saying the same story over and over again if you're not going to show up and do the work. And we've done the work, and I continue to do the work because I'm ready for my next ceiling. How about you? And that's what this is about.
Absolutely. And for those of you who are watching, we're streaming on both mine and your community, on the public as well as the members, other members like me. First of all, let me just say, for members, I'm going to post under this video and elsewhere. You have a special that you get as a WPN membership, because membership has its privileges, and this particular membership offers us a lot. So make sure that you look into the WPN members group. And right after this, under this, I'm going to put your very specific URL where you're going to get a
Mhm.
huge discount on the ticket. And so make sure that you check it out, because this is a special that we're running, because Nancy's going to be speaking, and Nancy asked us to do something special for her community, as she's always thinking about us, her community, because I'm happy to say that I am a proud member
Mhm.
of the Women's Prosperity Network. And if you're not, you want to check it out, and check out Women's Prosperity Network. You can begin looking on Facebook, go to their website, and
Yeah.
you're experiencing Nancy here, and you're going to experience more of her. And I'll tell you that I consider asking a lot of different people to join this event. Those of you that know that I do these events, I'm always very mindful. This is not an event where I just pick anyone at random. No. And this year, when I trained with Nancy, she impacted me in such a strong way. And I continue learning from her, and I look forward to learning. There's so much I want to learn from Nancy, because I
Vice
admire
versa,
her.
my friend.
Oh, I admire you, and I love you. And, everybody in the Women's Prosperity Network just admires and loves you, because you're authentic. You speak from your heart. You teach us so many things. And this is one of those things that, for me personally, I can relate to a lot of the things that you're saying. And I'm still learning, and I want to learn more. And that's why I selected carefully Nancy Mathews. She has the right energy. She teaches from the heart, and not just, like hard selling based out of a book. She does it from her heart. And that's why I'm so excited for all of us to learn more from Nancy Mathews. And the way, for how many years, Nancy, you've been in business?
Well, I've been in business since 2001. I've been in this business for 17 years.
17 years
Yeah.
in a very profitable, doing very well. I know you don't like to boast, but I know you do very well in your business, you and your sisters. And, for those that are watching and haven't made the decision yet, make the decision today, because today is the day. Today is your day. If you're watching this, whether in the live or in the replay, I don't believe in mistakes. I believe everything is in divine order.
No.
Sometimes we may not feel at the moment that we're ready, because we go back into that stories. But when we get into it and allow our hearts and our bodies to really guide us, and our hearts, we know that we have been asking. And as we have been asking, the universe has been delivering. So today, if you have been asking, praying, journaling, saying, I need help, I want help, guess what? I truly believe that today is the day when God,
Mhm.
Universe, Source says, listen, I have people that want to help you from their heart to your heart, so that you can live the life of abundance that you deserve. And anyway, this is not about me talking. I really want to hear what last minute pearls of wisdom can you impart upon us with your divine saleswomanship that you have, that is so, that
Okay.
flows.
All right. To support everyone out there, and again, we're going to dive deeper into this at MoneyFest Live. I want you to imagine that you are sitting face to face or Zoom to Zoom with your ideal customer. And you're in this conversation, and they are experiencing a whole host of challenges and problems that you can help them with. You can solve, you can work with them to get the results and the transformation they seek. If they said, after you were talking for a few minutes, oh my gosh, Evie, How can you help me? How can we start working together? I want you to be prepared to let them know what your biggest, most robust, most comprehensive offering would be, highest price, most robust, because that's what's truly going to get people the result. Just buying a mini course or giving them a free report or one video. If somebody's in a challenge, it's going to take some time and some work to get through it. And you may have some quick techniques that you can do. I have lots of fast fixes, but lasting change is going to require you working together with them more. So I want you to imagine you're in this conversation. Somebody says, please, yes, I want to hire you. How do we work together? And then I want you to be prepared to let them know, okay, based upon what you've shared with me, my elite coaching program is going to be the one that gets you all the things you just said you wanted. The investment is $25,000, and here's how we're going to work together over a year. We're going to build one piece upon the next, whatever that is, whatever your formula is. Because two things, and Evie, you've heard me say this before. If you are not prepared to serve them, to get the transformation they're seeking, if you're not prepared you're not going to receive the money. And worst of all, you're leaving that person stuck in their problem. And maybe they'll stay stuck, or maybe they'll spend their money with someone else who won't deliver nearly as good as you would have.
Wow.
That's why
yeah, go ahead.
We've got to be prepared. When you go to the doctor, don't you want the doctor to give you a prescription for how to get better? That's our job. I got to go home and take the prescription. It's still up to me to take the prescription, but it's the doctor that gives us the path to the healing and the transformation. So think about what, and I call this your big, most robust package. I call it your optimal solution. So work on that. Come to MoneyFest. Let's support you in getting the language and the confidence and the clarity to share it so you can get out there and do what you're here to do. Make a difference.
I love that, Nancy, and I am just so excited. That's, as you were talking, that's the reason why we call it MoneyFest. You heard what Nancy said? I mean, it just got me excited. It's something, I felt something through my spine. You want to come to MoneyFest so that you can learn how to manifest money. And that little pearl there that she gave you, imagine you being able to do that. Offering your, what was it, the maximum?
Optimal. That's what I call it.
Your optimal solution. Optimal solution. So I want you to come ready to MoneyFest to practice how you're going to be offering your optimal solution that Nancy Mathews is going to teach you, because that's how you're going to prosper still in 2024. The year is not over, my friends. You are destined for greatness this year. And yes, this year you're going to start off up into soaring into 2025. And that's why we want you at MoneyFest, because we want to experience that with you. We want to cheer you up. We want to help you to get elevated with the right energy, surrounded by the right people. And we want you to manifest money. So I'm so excited. I mean, just listening to you, I just can't wait. I mean, I love when you talk. I love your knowledge, and I love you, Nancy Mathews. And I want to thank you publicly for coming and saying yes, because I know you're a very busy woman. You run a very successful business. And so I want to thank you for coming to MoneyFest to share from the heart all those years of experience, how we can be successful, and how we can hopefully be proteges of Nancy Mathews and have that and even more if we want, have whatever it is that we want. That's why I call it financial freedom. You get to pick what that means to you.
Yeah, I love it. I'm so excited. I can't wait to spend the time with you and with Dean and all of you who are coming out to play at MoneyFest Live. Grab your tickets.
Yes, thank you so much, Nancy Mathews. Have a
Mwah.
great
Love
rest of
you.
the week, and everyone have a magnificent Money Manifesting Mondays. This has been our MoneyFest Monday live with our guest speaker, Nancy Mathews. I'll see you November 1st and November 2nd at moneyfestlive.com. Thank you so much.
Yay. Bye.